Hey everybody, it's Matt from endsickness.org. Today I'm going to be talking about raw bovine colostrum versus colostrum supplements. Which one is better, if it's worth trying the supplements, etc. First I'm going to talk about my background with colostrum, how I'm a self-proclaimed colostrum expert or guru, if there is such a thing, since I've drank thousands of gallons of the raw colostrum, etc. My experiences with raw colostrum, experiences with the various colostrum supplements I've tried, how they're not even remotely similar to each other. Then I'll talk about finding raw bovine colostrum. I'll discuss using raw bovine colostrum and then summarize the key points. So it's going to be a straight to the point video, and I'll give you the info that you need. So let's start. I have a background with colostrum that probably no one else has. I've drank well over 1,000, 2,000 gallons of this stuff. I've used it for over 10 years. I've seen other clients of mine use it as well and seen what's happened with them. So there's not a whole lot of people out there who have used raw colostrum for the purposes of healing, and very few people who are out there publishing information on it. So that's why this should be valuable to you, right? So my experiences with raw bovine colostrum. At the time when I started raw colostrum, I was extremely sick. I'd been sick for 7+ years with no progress. I'd lost over 80 pounds. Reacting to all but 6 different foods, having, my throat was swelling, having anxiety attacks, panic attacks, itching all over, etc. from my food reactions. Was having environmental reactions, had rashes all over my body, couldn't go to the bathroom for 2+ years on my own. I had to use enemas. A really, really bad situation that nothing seemed to be able to help me with. I tried every supplement possible. Did IVs of hydrogen peroxide, I did UVB therapy, I did ozone autohemotherapy, I did everything you could think of, right? Well, raw bovine colostrum did something that nothing else could. Within a period of 4 months, I had gained 40 pounds back. My food sensitivities were dramatically more delayed. It wasn't immediate after I ate. It was a couple hours later. Maybe I'd feel tired versus panic attacks when I'd eat. I was able to now eat various types of foods. I was digesting food better. I was sleeping better. The rashes all over my body, the systemic candida went away. My rashes on my face, the acne went away, etc. I mean, I could go on and on about all the benefits, but really it was a complete miracle, right? I was beyond fixable, right? None of the doctors could figure it out. We tried absolutely everything, nothing could fix it, but then raw bovine colostrum really helped me turn the corner. Within a period of 6 months, I was living a relatively normal life again. I was eating all the things I wanted to. I was able to go out. I was able to perform some degree of physical activity without being so exhausted. My stomach symptoms got so much better. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So my experiences with the colostrum supplements. I had tried colostrum supplements before the raw bovine colostrum. That's how I got hip to the raw bovine colostrum in the first place, and thought, hey, it's worth trying, because the supplements, they would produce some pretty profound effects the first day or two. I would take a number of these high IgA or high IgG colostrum pills, take maybe 6 of them or something, wake up the next day, wow, I felt much better. I felt energy, I felt better mood, I felt like my stomach had felt a little bit better. I tried the liposomal colostrum, I tried the colostrum pills, I tried the high Ig content colostrum pills. I tried several brands out there. And what I noticed was that there was profound effects maybe the first day or two, but after that, it kind of felt like it wasn't helping, I hit a plateau very early on with that stuff, and I had to do it, maybe once every week or two to even notice an effect from it, and the effect got less and less over time. So the colostrum supplements really couldn't do anything for me when I was extremely sick, when I was full of parasites, candida, bacterial infections. The colostrum supplements couldn't even touch it, unfortunately. So though I do believe that there's some benefit to them, literally not even remotely similar to raw bovine colostrum. You can't even compare the two. It's like a drop in the bucket compared to the other one. So if you're thinking maybe I should buy some colostrum supplements because you're hearing that colostrum is helpful for all these things potentially, I would say spend your time looking for raw colostrum and find a source. You're going to see much more pronounced benefits long term doing that, in my experience. Finding raw colostrum. I have a video that I put out on YouTube about how to find raw bovine colostrum. I also have an article I wrote on my website, endsickness.org. Goes over all the tips, the secrets to finding this stuff in your local area. You can also go to realmilk.com. They have all the raw milk farmers, state by state. You could cold call them. If they don't know, if they don't have colostrum, they're not willing to sell it, just ask if they know any other dairy farmers, get their phone numbers, network. Just keep networking, you'll find this stuff. I found it in various states. And be willing to drive a little bit to get it. If you got to drive an hour or two to get 10 gallons of this stuff, you know, think about it or do it, you know. I've driven 15 hours to South Carolina one time to get like 15, 20 gallons and got a chest freezer, stored the stuff, everything. So, you know, it's really about how dedicated you are to your healing. Are you really going to do anything it takes to get better or not, right? So finding raw bovine colostrum may be tough for some people if you don't put the effort into it, but my video, my article will summarize all the things you can do to go over that, to accomplish that. So using raw colostrum, how do you use raw colostrum? In my experience, you start off with between 4 and 6 ounces every other day. Make sure the detox isn't too severe. Once the detox becomes manageable, you consider doing 2 days on, a day off, or 2 days on, 2 days off. Once the detox is manageable with that, then you work up to 3 days on, 2 days off. The max you want to do is 4 or 5 days on, 2 to 3 days off, and you go in cycles like that, right? And you try to chop down the amount of infection that's in you, calm down the immune system, get yourself out of the fight or flight, get you into a deep state of sleep again, where you're not so wired all the time because of these infections, these toxins they're producing, etc. Also, drinking the raw colostrum, in my experience, is best first thing in the morning. Empty stomach, blend it in a blender. The max you want to drink is maybe 8 ounces or so, empty stomach, and don't eat for a couple hours after, otherwise your stomach may not feel too good because this stuff's pretty heavy and pretty thick. So using raw bovine colostrum, you want to make sure you do it in the proper dosages and the proper frequency, otherwise the detox could be too much. And if you do it too often, you could end up suppressing the immune system. That's not a good idea. So those are the key tips about using it. And I go over that in other videos about colostrum I have on my YouTube page and my website. So summary of key points. I am a self-proclaimed colostrum expert. I'm drinking thousands of gallons of this stuff. No one else in the world is drinking as much colostrum as me. I know that for sure. I had nearly miraculous experiences with colostrum, with raw colostrum. I mean, nothing else worked. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on treatments, saw every doctor that's out there, and nothing worked. I was still getting sicker and sicker. Raw bovine colostrum was the only thing that really helped dramatically. Colostrum supplements would help short term, but they would not produce anywhere near the effect that the raw colostrum did. So really, they're not even remotely similar. You can't even call them, I don't even know if you call these colostrum supplements colostrum in the first place. You know, they're just nothing like the real deal. Finding raw colostrum, I have stuff on my website, on the YouTube page, tips to do that. Using raw bovine colostrum, as I said, you got to make sure you rotate it. I go over that in other videos about colostrum as well. Dose between 4 and 8 ounces max, and you got to rotate it, and you don't want to go too heavy with it or your detox will be too strong. So I hope this has answered a lot of questions about raw bovine colostrum for you, helped you understand that the supplements are just not the same as the raw stuff. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me via my website, endsickness.org. Put your questions in the comments if you'd like on the YouTube page. I'm happy to answer them there. And thanks for watching, everybody, and hope to see you soon.